are able to create an atmosphere which would allow you to be able to negotiate where you want the deal to go to.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to BhongoNations. You are truly welcomed. Today we'll be talking about something which is very important, and I believe that you guys will truly enjoy this one. Something which is very important, a skill called negotiation, or how to become a good negotiator and how to enhance this particular skill. It's a skill which I believe everyone should have, not just when you're based in a business or you're based in ministry or in any other organization or a particular movement. You have to at least have this skill. It's very important when you don't want to waste your time, when you don't want to waste your money, and when you just don't want to be used. You have to be a good negotiator. So when it comes to, let's just say you are in a service-based business, or let's just say service-based business, of course, and a product-based business. My God, a service-based business or a product-based business. It's very important to have this cooperative negotiating skill, because when you are able to have a cooperative negotiative type of a skill, you're actually advantaged. You're actually advantaged because it means you become a good actor, a good manager, a good service provider, a good minister. You literally become good with anything, because this is a skill which a lot of people lack. And when you are building a brand, or there's something that you want to build, something like, let's just say, a cleaning brand or a clothing brand, you have to at least have this negotiating type of a skill, because it's going to help you a lot in the long run. A lot of people are not having this skill, and it's a skill which I personally believe that everyone must have, because when you have the key of negotiating, it allows you to be a person who's able to create a need. And when you become a need, you are able to become the person who solves the particular need. Remember, listen, very important. You become the need. And once you become the need, you solve the need. A lot of people have to become a need. If you want to become a good negotiator, look at the need, become the need, and become the person who is solving that particular problem, and by becoming their need. I hope you're following. When you're becoming a need, it allows you to become a person who's always wanted. Because when you're a person who's always wanted, you are able to create an atmosphere which would allow you to be able to negotiate where you want the deal to go to. I hope you're getting me. And when you're able to create that atmosphere that allows a person to want to buy from you, it means that your potential clients can see that you're putting an effort. And when your clients are putting an effort, and when you are also putting an effort, you become advantage. You have an advantage, because at the end of the day, it means that you are actually leading where this particular thing is going to. A lot of people, they tend to waste their time with this thing. When you actually see that the person is not putting in the effort, do not also put in effort. So only put in effort when you see that there is an effort that the particular client is putting effort to. Let's just say a person, you see that this person wants your product, and when you see that this person is actually asking you about the product, and you see that the person, and then you can also see that there's another person who's not asking you about your product. When a person asks you about the product, it's an evidential sign that they want your product. And when a person doesn't ask about your product, create an atmosphere which will allow the person to want your product. create an atmosphere that will allow the person to want your product. Let's just say you are a property manager and you want to manage properties. You have to create an atmosphere which will allow the particular landlord to permit you to become the person who's allowed to take control of everything. I hope you're getting this. Allow the landlord to be the person who's actually negotiating. Because when you allow the landlord to negotiate, it gives you an atmosphere whereby you can see that I've already created an atmosphere that will allow the person to want to work with me. If you see that this person doesn't want to work with you, you first need to create an atmosphere that will allow the person to want to work with you. When you see that this person doesn't want to work with you, create an atmosphere that will allow the person to want to work with you. And it's something which is very important, because when you create an atmosphere that allows a person to want to work with you, it gives you more advantage. It gives you more advantage, and remember this. When you're becoming a need, people also treat you like a need. When you're becoming a need, people also treat you like a need. When you're becoming a need, people also treat you like a need. And through time, there are different type of negotiation. And as a client, you have to ensure that you separate your particular how can I put this? As a person in business, or as a person in ministry, or as a person in a movement, or a person who wants to, let's just say, capture a person, I would say that ensure that you at least create you at least come with an approach whereby your client, whereby you try to separate your client from the problem. 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 Because your clients or your customers, they're having problems. So try by all means to separate your clients from the problem. If this is the problem, try by all means to take the problem away from your client, because when you take away the problem from your client wants to come to you even more. Your clients wants to come to you even more because they already know that this is the person who's giving us more assurance that this particular thing that I'm facing is being solved. So if you are a person who's not solving this particular issue, you are not becoming a need. So if you want to become a need, try by all means to separate the particular problem from the client or from the customer. When you're separating that particular problem from the customer, it allows you to have an advantage. Let's just say my problem would be I can't do with proper management, or I can't do with proper planning. Separate the client from that. Let's just say you're a person who's based in a cleaning company. Separate your client from the cleaning. Don't allow the client to be the one who ends up cleaning or complaining about your cleaning, but create an atmosphere which will allow the person to say, I've seen what you've done so far. I'm allowing you now to continue to do what you've been doing. So when a person trusts you more, it's actually saying that you've been separating me from the problems that I've been facing. If you see that your client is dealing with procrastination, separate your client from procrastination. Let's just say you're based in a ministry for young people or young men. Separate this young man from all their problems. When you separate this young man from all their problems, it allows you to say, we need more of your particular ministry. We need more of your particular product. We need more of your particular services, because you've been separating us from the problem. So through negotiation, you are able to enhance that. I've already highlighted to you that the first key is try by all means to be cooperative by becoming a need. And now I'm informing you that the second key that you should be using is the key of becoming a person who's able to separate your client or separate your customers from the problem. So let's just say you have a product, let your product become a separator of the problem. Let your clients see you as a person who's separating them from the problem. Let your customers see you as a person who's separating them from the problem. It allows you to negotiate how much pricing you want to put in because they already see that this person is providing so much value to us. You are already providing so much value to the people. And when you're already providing value to the people, it allows you to say, we need more of you because we trust you already. So you then find a process or technique that will separate you from the problem. Find a technique, find a particular solution, a process that will separate your client from the problem. Because when you do that, you're actually getting better in terms of the skill called negotiation. When you're able to do that, it means you're becoming better in this thing called negotiation. And this is so funny because even a dying man, a dying thief on the cross, he was willing to go to paradise because he went to paradise because he was a good negotiator. On the cross, this thief was on the cross, but was able to negotiate himself into paradise. So you actually have to be a person who's good with negotiation. It's going to help you a lot. So now you need to become a good negotiator because you are actually trying to keep your people your customers to be with you, and you're trying by all means to negotiate how much the pricing should be and to say that this is the solution that I'm bringing, so I deserve to actually get this particular amount. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this. I'm done. And I believe I'm going to see you on the next one, whereby I'll be talking more about this thing called negotiation, because there's a lot of things that we need to know about negotiating. But today, I'm just going to highlight of whereby you try by
Like,
all
share,
means to
and
cooperate in
subscribe.
order to become the need. And once you're able to cooperate to become the need, you go on to separate your clients from their problem. This is something which is very important. Separate your clients from their problem. Peace.
Wait. Like, share, and subscribe.